Hello and welcome to a second video on Jurassic World Chaos Theory. So today we are going to be ranking all new species of animal / dinosaur which have shown up in the first two seasons of Chaos Theory, and obviously as more seasons come out I'll update the ranking. So if you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe and leave a like. Let's try and get 10 likes or something. And let's begin. Okay, we have 8 animals / dinosaurs / whatevers to go through. So we are going to go through all 8 of them and we're going to rank them based on how much screen time they get, not that really matters, also what they do and how good the design is. And at the end we'll have a picture of what my favourite animals are, at least in this show, and of course leave a comment of which animals, new animals preferably, you like in season 2 and 1. So for number 8 we're going to start with a selection of 4 different animals all rolled into one because they don't do much, and that are the birds. Of course we have many different birds to choose from, like there is a seagull, a crow, chickens and a pelican I think it was. So you know, I don't know what else to say, there were birds there in the background. They showed that they were near land and they're birds, you know. Number 8 is very boring. Alright, so for number 7 I have decided to go with the lions, which we see briefly in season 2. Now there's a couple of reasons why they're so low on the list. One, you don't actually see the lion itself, you just see its eyes, but the eyes, I think the eyes glowing in the darkness is really cool. But they are used in a interesting way. It keeps them on the boats for one, because it wouldn't be safe to walk around the jungle. And 2, it also introduces the Majungasaurus to be on land again instead of, you know, on the boat. Those are some good reasons, and also they just show it actually hunting animals. It's not like being a lion for the sake of being a lion, it's just hunting animals. It's there. It hunts some dimorphodons and then it gets killed by the Majungasaurus, which I think is pretty cool. Plus the image of the lion's eyes looking at Yaz and then the Majungasaurus eyes behind it is very cool and reminds me a bit of the Troodons from Jurassic Park, the game, which may have been a feeling they were going for when they did this. I'd also like to mention there's not actually that many lions left in Senegal, so L lion population with this Majungasaurus around, I guess. So the number 6 spot for me is going to go to the Pachyrhinosaurus. Now this would be lower than the lions if they actually showed a model for the lion, but because they didn't, it gets 6th spot, I guess. You know, it's another ceratopsid. It doesn't do too much. It fights an Allosaurus in the first season. It is the first dinosaur we see on screen, at least, other than the T-Rex in the intro, I guess. And it plays a small role in season 2, I think it's in season 2, I can't actually remember. And it's also in the end episodes of season 1. But it doesn't do too much, although it does have a cool fight with the Allosaurus, which kind of puts it higher than the lions, because again, we didn't really see the lions up in their eyes. But there is literally nothing else I can say about this guy. It is your standard ceratopsid that they introduced in each film or show, but it's at least it's different and doesn't have the horns like the rest of them do. Alright, so for number 5 I have gone for the Becklespinax. Now this would have been higher on the list, but some of the other animals shown in season 2 just kind of are used better, I would say. Now of course I am slightly biased because this is a animal from England where I live, so you know, but in season 1, the Becklespinax I think was used perfectly to show both the corruption of the DPW with how they release it on the dinosaur-free island, and also just the fact that they're on a, you know, they're on just a island for people who don't like dinosaurs and are in therapy, and then they release a dinosaur, 2 of them actually, onto said island, which then eats a load of people. And I just think it's probably one of the best and darker scenes of season 1, because I mean, they don't show much of the actual death, but at least 4 people die. And the more you think about it, it's just kind of like, that's kind of messed up what they did there. So some interesting things about the Becklespinax. One, that's technically not its real name. It's now called the, I can't even pronounce its name, but it's got a different name. It'll be up on the screen. And I think they changed that name at some point, but for some reason within the show they decided to keep the old name. I kind of like both names, so I don't really care. And also, I personally don't mind anything they change. Like, I think having designs which aren't necessarily accurate to real life is good, because if everything was paleo accurate, some of the designs for paleo accurate dinosaurs, very controversial, but I think are worse than the Jurassic World designs. But you know, that's just me, I guess. And then obviously design of this guy is cool. It's like a mixture of a Spinosaurid and also the Concavenator. It's got, you know, the spine, it's got the jaw. It looks cool. I mean, it's a good model, it's a cool dinosaur. Not much else I can say about it, it's just very nice. So for the 4th spot, I have gone with the hippopotamus. Of course, this isn't a dinosaur. It's not even an extinct variant of the hippo. It's literally just the hippo we see in Africa today. And the reason this guy is 4th is because not only does it look pretty much perfect to what they look like in real life, which is nice to see, it has a very cool fight scene with the sukomimus, which of course we'll have a look at that in a bit. But also, the main thing I've gone for here is the fact that the hippo shows to be aggressive towards the campers while they're on the boat, which is realistic. And they even mention how a hippo can kill like 500 people a year. Basically, they introduce the hippo, they make it realistic, it looks realistic, and it's aggressive. Like, there's not much to not like. Also, another major fact of why I think the hippo is cool in Chaos Fury Season 2, I said hippo a lot now it seems, anyway, is because it is the first time they've kind of, well, not the first time, but one of the best representations of dinosaurs and animals interacting. I think in Jurassic World Dominion at the end they have like the Mosasaurus with the whales and the Parasaurolophus with the horses, but other than that they haven't really shown them interacting too much, and this is probably the best one since like the lion and the T-Rex at the end of Fallen Kingdom, I would say. Alright, in the number 3rd spot, number 3rd? I'm really good at English it seems. Anyway, so in number 3rd, as I'm going to say again, we have the Majungasaurus. Now, Majungasaurus and sukomimus are both, I could switch them around, it depends how I'm feeling, but for now I'm going to say Majungasaurus. The reasons he's in 3rd is he doesn't get too much screen time, but the scenes he do get is really cool. Obviously, number 1 is this is one of the first times where they've shown it to be accurate to real life. He eats the other Majungasaurus within the cage. They show that it's a cannibal. Also, it gets the first fully on-screen kill within the entire animated shows, where it grabs the Majungasaurus. It grabs the Gallimimus, that's it, I forgot his name. Anyway, and also design-wise, it's pretty accurate from what I can tell. Maybe a bit tall, but other than that, the design is good. And obviously, it has some very creepy moments in later episodes where it hunts the lion, or when it's killing the sukomimus, a bit like the Spinosaurus fight in Jurassic Park 3, but obviously a Majungasaurus. Okay, so the 2nd spot obviously is sukomimus. As I said, they're kind of interchangeable for me, and the reason I put sukomimus in 2nd is 1, the design is amazing, multiple different colours, not boring browns. Also, it's pretty accurate, I would say. It's kind of like a good mix of what it would look like in real life and the Jurassic World kind of design. Definitely better than the Baryonyx, but I do like the Baryonyx design as well. So, you know, it's kind of a mixture of a Spinosaurus and a Baryonyx, kind of without the spine, I'd say. And also the scenes it's in, they show it swimming, it fights the hippo, and of course you can't go wrong with a hippo fight. Obviously it wins. And also it's got some really nice, I think it's cool. In season 1 it was kind of a cameo, it kind of got taken out by a Carnotaurus, and then we didn't see it again until season 2. But I like they show it hiding from the storm, because it's scared instead of attacking. That's nice to see. They kind of just, it feels like the most animal one out of all of the animals shown, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but obviously it does get killed by the Majungasaurus, or at least one of them does. So that kind of is a skill issue on its part. Alright, and number 1 spot, technically a new species, is the leucistic baryonyx. It is counted as a new species on the wiki, so I'm counting it as the new species. And obviously this is the baryonyx, which is white, has no eyes, and uses echolocation and all sorts of ways to find its prey. And it's a very interesting and kind of a unique way of showing genetic engineering, because they've gone through the, hybrid routes. There's 3 hybrids, 4 technically hybrids, and instead of doing that again, which they could have probably got away with, they went and made a much cooler baryonyx. Obviously its design is a normal baryonyx but white and no eyes, and it just looks very cool, and it plays well into later bits of the scenes, and it shows how smart Red is with how they communicate. Well, not really communicate, but basically I'm going to make a new video just on that baryonyx probably at some point, so that's cool. And yeah, I think I'm going to end this video here because I can't really say anything else. So obviously those are the 7 new species and animals ranked according to me. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you in the next video.